First things first, how are you?
We are good today.
Really good.
We are a little bit sleepless, but it's doing good, yeah.
Okay. And you told me you flew from Berlin?
Yes.
But you live in Berlin, but you don't, right?
Yeah. Doddy lives in Berlin. How long have you lived there for now?
Half a year.
Yeah, or half a year.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, in between places right now.
Okay.
I've been for half a year as well.
And if I understand correctly, I'm gonna mispronounce it. Asla?
No, Oslo is the clarinet.
No.
Oslo.
Yeah,
Oh, but Oslo, yeah. Yeah, she's
she lives here in the Netherlands, right?
Yeah.
She lives in The Hague.
Okay. So does that make it difficult to work on music?
Yeah.
Yes.
It does. I mean, obviously. If we all lived in the same place, it would be easier to access and reach each other. But we're okay. We've got the year kind of planned out,
Okay.
so we know here's we're working on this, here's we're working on that, and then we take it from there.
Okay. And you say you've only lived in Berlin for 6 months or half a year or so. So was the album already finished by then?
No.
Okay.
We finished it in December.
Okay.
January.
Or January, yeah. So like just 3 or 4 months ago.
Okay. So when did it start then?
It started in January last year.
Okay.
So it took a year to
And
make
then
the album.
where were you living then? Were you all living back in Iceland?
We were living all over the place.
All over the place also?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we thought it was kind of on the way to move to Berlin. So we decided to start there and start writing it in Berlin. And Oslo was living in Iceland, and I was, also just kind of starting to go away more and more. And and it was quite difficult. Like we did some sessions in January, we did some sessions in March in Iceland, and then we were going to spend the summer doing the thing in, just gonna finish it in the summer in Iceland, but we couldn't. I don't know why.
Okay.
Hard to work in the summer.
Just distractions or?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Basically.
distracted. We got really distracted. Also, because like Iceland is it's so bright, 24-hour daylight, and everyone is just kind of going mental, like they always do in the summer. And we were a little bit wired as well. So we just kind of we did some really good sessions and did a lot of good work there. Most of which we did like starting at 10 p.m. and then going to like 6 or 7 in the morning, which is nice. Yeah, it worked out well.
But being in all these different places, can you notice that these places have an influence on how the music turns out?
Definitely.
Definitely, yeah.
Of course.
Like, I mean, when we started in January, our sound was very dark and very kind of, we couldn't really write any songs. It was just like moods and ideas. And I don't think we actually used like 1 or 2 of the songs that we made there. And even though we made like 10 songs. And
did like 40
we did.
or something.
Overall,
demos.
we did so many different demos.
40 or 50 demos for like a 9-track album.
We ended with 9. But then we were in Iceland in the winter and in kind of like March, and did a few more songs, and they were like, and then in the summer we started making like more like pop stuff, which just kind of made sense. And then we got together in September, and Doddy and I went to Ireland, and we did a few sessions there. And then we also wrote a bunch of stuff, and ended up using some of it. Yeah.
And well, you said in the winter it's a bit more dark, in the summer it's a bit more poppy.
Yeah.
Did you have an idea of what you wanted the album to be? Did you talk about what you kind of wanted?
We kind of wanted just to take a step forward, like do something different.
Push.
And
Just like take.
make a better album.
Because obviously. No, but we've always been like kind of flirting with different genres. Like we did one like kind of more dub techno song, and we had one like a little bit more, poppy or dancey, and then we were moving into more like this kind of like old school vibe, which is like the sort of drum and bass stuff. And then, but then we were like, we're always kind of like never really fully embracing it. So we decided to, like, for this album at least, to try to go further into each one. and just make it better.
In that sense then, but if you work on a track that has a certain feel, maybe a techno feel or whatever, are there strict role divisions? Is that something then where you go into the song and then you come in later, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I kind of also said to them, like, I wanted to also just do other things, so I wanted to let the guys do more of the production, and then I would come in and do vocals and more like details in the end, and like, or not even the final details, but like kind of closer to the end. I think it worked out well that way.
Yeah. Me and Áslaug just did a lot of the production and wrote a lot of the songs, and then like, sent it to her. I think actually there was like only one song that we were all three in the studio.
Yeah.
Which song was that?
I don't remember. What did you say?
No, actually
not even that.
Not even that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually can't even remember which one. I mean, I will. We did definitely. But you made a remix. That was a remix of another song. It was just made over like this kind of like circling back and forth. And doing everything kind of like,
And then like we did like one demo and she sang a vocal over that, and then I remixed that and made a totally different song. That's called Tempo, and it's on the album.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was like totally different vibe, and just like, and just took the a cappella and make it new chords.
In that sense, because you are not in the studio together, you send tracks over the internet. Do songs change a lot? Because like you say, then you remix and then maybe you have an idea based on what he's done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. And there's always like you can always do a better version of the song.
And that's very much the vibe. Like, we are doing everything in the computer. And the computer is this holy object that we have to take, that we're like always dead scared it's gonna disappear because you never back it up. But during that time it was just like everything was in the computer and everything was so like floating back and forth, and it feels like that in that way I'm actually very happy with it, because it's like kind of very modern in a way. Like this is how music is made, and we're like going there the whole way. But then what we also did is we crashed friends' studios, and when they had analog gear we would use that gear and get it, kind of rip it into our world and then take it and run away with it.